How's it going, y'all? SirTech20 here. There's gonna be no gameplay videos after this little thing's over. This is just a message from me to all my subs and everybody else on YouTube that's watched my videos. Damn it, I don't, for personal reasons, I'm probably gonna be setting aside the Mass Effect 3 playthrough and possibly the Diablo 3 one. I'm not 100% certain on that one yet, but the Dragon's Dogma one's gonna stay. I don't feel like I'm being as productive as I was just before I was done with my Dark Souls playthrough. I don't feel I'm putting out as many videos as I should be able to with the way that I'm doing the 3 games, the Mass Effect 3, the Diablo 3, and the Dragon's Dogma. I don't feel that I'm being as productive as I know myself to be able to be, so yeah, the the Mass Effect 3 playthrough is likely going to be stopped. I'm probably just going to delete my playlist on that. So if you see my playlist gone, before you watch this video, that's why. The Diablo 3 one, I might wait till after I get my hardcore barb if I get him to the Inferno stage. Damn it! Which is where the Diablo 3 game is at its hardest, obviously, since you gotta be normal to get to Nightmare, Nightmare to get to Hell, then Hell to get to Inferno. Oh, sorry. But, excuse me. When I did my Dark Souls playthrough, I felt very productive and happy with all the videos I put out. The whole Dark Souls thing was a big learning experience for me. That's where I first started, using the little video me down the bottom corner, where you could see my reactions and just see how I reacted with stuff in the game in general when it happened. And with the Mass Effect 3 playthrough, I mean, I've already beat it obviously on hardcore, and I'm on Insanity with it now. I will likely continue that Insanity playthrough, outside of the YouTube world, so I probably won't record it. Because I do think Diablo 3 and Mass Effect 3 are both great games in their own right. But I don't feel as if I'm being as productive as I know that I can be while recording for 3 games at once. So I'm likely going to put 2 of the games out of the picture. Diablo 3 I'm not 100% certain with, so for right now, positively, Mass Effect 3 is probably done. But I'm damn sure going to continue the Dragon's Dogma one, since that game's the shit. Yeah, the Diablo 3 one. For that game, I looked up online on other people's videos and looked at the comments, and the majority of the comments that I read were people saying that they didn't really, it's not that they didn't like the game, it's just on normal, even though it can be tough if you don't gear your person right, the weapons right, and adjust your stats the right way, it can be a bitch. But for the most part, if you do your character right, normal is a cakewalk. And obviously, since it's easiest difficulty, people want to see you having a challenge. And I can understand it. I like seeing people have, a tough time once in a while in videos also. Since I myself am a big fan of a lot of YouTubers on the YouTube that play these games and stuff, and they usually play them on hard, which is awesome. But Diablo 3, you can't do that until after you beat normal, Nightmare, and Hell. Then you get Inferno, which is balls off hard, I guess. I myself haven't got there, but I'm speaking from experience on watching videos and all the horror stories people have about Inferno. I don't know, I'm not trying to repeat myself with this video, since it's just supposed to be a simple message for me to my subs and everybody else watching. That if you see the Mass Effect 3 playlist disappear and possibly the Diablo 3 one, that's why. If I do focus on more than one game, I'm likely going to do my best to just keep it at 2. Since there's a lot of games coming out between now and the end of the year that I'd like to, provide coverage for. I want to be able to keep up with those instead of having, 3 or 4 games going at a time, and it kind of drags me down. I'm only putting out 1 or 2 videos every 2 weeks, and that's BS to me. That's nowhere near as many as I should be able to. Sorry about the throat clearing. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Dragon's Dogma, possibly Diablo 3, not sure yet. Mass Effect 3's gone, though I will continue playing it outside of the YouTube world. Diablo 3 likely to be the same. So, yeah, just so that way I don't repeat myself 100,000 times in this. I might add this game into the bunch if I put Mass Effect 3, excuse me, and Diablo 3 aside. I've had requests to play this game. I have no idea if that monitor's light's reflecting off this and you can't see any of this, but see if I can do this. There, yeah, you see it now? I don't even know if that fixed it, but yeah. There's been a couple people on my, a couple of my subscribers have requested that I do a playthrough of that game since I've done it to its spiritual successor, Dark Souls. And Demon Souls to me is I think it's harder than Dark Souls myself, but it's a possibility that might show up within the next week or two. No guarantees, but just figured I'd update my subs and everybody else that watches on why I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. It's also to do with how I personally feel. I don't feel like I'm doing as good on the videos as I could if I was only doing 1 or 2 games at a time. I've had a talk with some of my family members and they agree that I myself need to prioritize myself on how I do the videos. So if I only do 1 or 2 video games at a time, playthroughs for the games at a time, I could do better if I was only doing 2. So that way I'm not straining myself to record 1 video here and there for each game and then throw it up. So yeah, just figured I'd go ahead and update everyone on that, and that's why 2 playlists are possibly just gonna disappear. Though I'm not gonna quit playing the games, the 2 Mass Effect 3 and Diablo 3 just because I delete the playlist. But yeah. So I will go ahead and quit running my mouth, that way I don't repeat myself 5,000 times in this video, and I will likely see y'all in the next video that I do for Dragon's Dogma. So adios.